What's up, guys? I'm Mike.
And I'm Luke.
And today we're reviewing the green cards from One Piece set OP11, Speed of the Divine Fist. We're going to be going every single card that is green and ranking them, starting with Jinbe Leader.
Jinbe Leader.
A 5,000 power green 5-life leader, Fishman, Straw Hat Crew. With end of your turn, if you have 6 cards or less in your hand, up to 1 of your Fishman or Merfolk type character cards, and up to 1 Dawn, become active.
Oh, cool. So, stands both back up. That's cool.
Yeah, so you get to stand up for events, you get to stand up for stopping it from being active. I also like the, between this and the altar, like we have like, cute, fun, cuddly bear Jinbe, and you have, I will rip your larynx out.
Biblically accurate Jinbe.
This teeth is not for show, Jinbe.
That's super cool. As for the leader effect, it's kind of cool.
It's very green tempo, where it's like you're gonna be able to hit and run. You can reactivate rest searchers with this, so you don't like lose them. And setting it to Dawn obviously can let you do like interactive events, which is pretty cool.
It's one of those leaders too that has like a card hand contingency, and I don't know if I super love leaders with that. I mean, like the last one that I really like to play was Boa. I think there's another one I'm missing. I don't know if it's blue green Rocinante or something else.
I think Rosie, yeah.
Yeah. And classically for me, I don't think card hand contingent leaders have been it. But we'll see.
That's super fair. I do feel like with the mono green and what it's like telegraphing here is that we're going for like a mid-range board control tempo deck, and so committing those cards to the board, and also the fact that like if we're restanding Dawn, we are playing events most likely. Yeah. And if we're playing events on our opponent's favorite counter, we're playing twice the number of cards on average. Like the hand size will just be dwindled as a result. So I don't know. I'm a little higher on it because of that.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like a too big of a problem, right? But I don't. As a player, I don't feel like I like being limited. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like the little guardrails that we have going up here to make me play within the box, you know?
That's fair.
I want the freedom, so.
Well, speaking of boxes, Luke, why don't you explain to them what kind of boxes we're going to be putting this and all of our other cards into today?
Absolutely. So, we rank our cards on a power scale of 1 to 5. 1 being absolutely unplayable. Don't even play this card. Don't even look at it. Just put it away. Put it in the bulk pile. Don't worry about it. It's fine. 3 being a totally staple card. We run this in most decks. We'll run this continuously. And 5 being absolutely game warping cards. Game warping cards such as Gecko Moria, Goldie Roger, Big Mom. Cards that are historically just become banned, right? So
yeah, cards that change the way that you will build your decks that they're in, and your opponents have to build their decks as a result of this card existing.
So what do we rate this one?
I think it's just a solid 3. I think the biggest problem is that it's working with Fishman and Merfolk, which is a hyper undeveloped archetype, and quite honestly, I don't see it being very developed long term. Now, the good thing is, it does work with new Fishman pirates because it's bracketed Fishman. 3 for me.
Yeah, I think they did something here, like they made it so that you can't do this for Straw Hat Crew stuff because, like, I don't think it's cost locked, right?
What do you mean? Oh, the restanding?
Yeah.
No, you can, you can restand an Arlong with this.
Yeah, so imagine if you could do this with Zoro. Like,
yeah.
If this was not Fishman or Merfolk and it was Straw Hat. So I think that's why I think it's kind of smart that they did this, but it does kind of limit its Straw Hat like friends inside of the group.
Yeah, no, you're not playing with this deck.
Yeah, I'll give it 3.
Next up, Shirahoshi.
Shirahoshi.
A dual-colored green-yellow 5-life leader that can attack, making that little trade-off for the dual. 5,000 power for the defense. Activate main once per turn. You may rest 1 of your Dawn and flip the top card of your life face up. Play up to 1 character card with Sea King type, or up to 1 Megalo character card with a cost less than the total Dawn on your board. Hey, look at this! Look at this alt art though. Why do they keep making characters look like they're like 8 years older than they are?
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
There was this really funny Twitter alt that was like just Shirahoshi smoking a fat dude. Because, like,
Wait, can we find that to throw up here, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna put it on. She has like an MLG gamer hat and like Cheeto dust fingers and just smoking a fat dude. It was really funny.
So clearly this is like a hard control leader, very reminiscent to Rebecca in a lot of ways to me, except for I think instead of like interacting control in the sense of like card interaction, we're doing it through like deployment of characters. Very Calgary also. The deployment is based on your total dawn.
On your life, yeah.
Yeah.
And also reminiscent of Kyros, right? Because you flip
oh, sure.
face up like, yeah. So
just mashing their favorite toys together.
Yeah, literally, right? But I don't know if Sea King and Megalo are favorite toys enough to make this relevant, huh? I don't know.
The thing is, there's a good chunk of Sea Kings now. I don't know if they're in green and yellow, though. I feel like a lot of them are blue.
There's only one Sea King that I'm actually aware of in green, and it's freaking Sea Cow. So that's like a 2-4 vanilla. I don't know, like a
so you can play it on turn. You
cheat
cheat on turn 1. That's what I'm hearing.
Sure, dude. Yeah, you cheated on turn 1.
Yeah, right before they attack you with their first attack, and then you reset your life to do it again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you're literally comboing or you're cooking, dude.
I guess, right? It's a 1-for-1. Like you're already resting the 1.
Entirely.
I guess. Oh, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll just have to see. I think it's. I don't know. I'm gonna call my shot and say that this might be a 2.5. Though.
Yeah, this feels like it's doing the iceberg thing, except for like you can't just, your opponent gets to kind of control how often you can activate. And then also, unlike iceberg, it is only fairly curved with your dawn. And it's just hard to sell me on an aggressive leader that can't attack, like, or a leader that's incentivizing aggressive board control or like board population that can't also attack. Like, at least with iceberg, you're just dawn minusing, and then you're cheating a 5 out like on your first time before you have 5. And then those 5s are gonna combo play. If there's some weird combo plays here, like I'm super down for it. But out of the gate, I gotta give this like a 2, just because it's gonna be solely focused on what it's taken out of its hand for this effect. And I just don't see the cost of this cheat being that good. We'll start with our first green character here. We have Arlong, and this is like OG, like flashback. You see Jinbe with the highlights going on back here. This is a 7/7 with 1k counter, Fishman, Fishman Island, and Sun Pirates. This card in your hand has 3 less cost if your leader has Fishman type, and you have 3 less life, and your opponent has 5 or more rested cards. Trigger, rest up to one of your opponent's characters, costs 4 or less.
So much.
So you can play it in OG Arlong, and you can play it in Jinbe. Yeah, so there's 3 conditions. The checklist is you have to have a Fishman leader. So right now that's just Jinbe or Green Yellow Arlong. You have 3 or less life, which in Arlong is easier for a life leader. Jinbe takes a little more time. And your opponent has 5 or more rested cards. That does count Dawn though. So
this feels like the Tinder date screening of you have to be 6 feet. You have to be 6 feet. You have to have blue eyes. Fine.
What if I told you he has cool alt art?
Sure. He can have cool alt art. Yeah. That looks like a man who's 6'5", blue eyes, finance. That looks like that.
Seto Kaiba?
Seto Kaiba. Literally, all women crave Seto Kaiba.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a good like combat piece. They're gonna be able to leverage for good cost. I think it's like a 2.5, but I will say, as someone working on the leader guide for Jinbe, it plays closer to like a 3.5 because, spoiler alert, you're able to do combat shenanigans to give this pseudo rush. So when you're able to play a 7k for 4 to combat board, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and to be honest, it does say like 5 or more rested cards, so that is like that is any card.
Yeah, Dawn's counted, leader's counted. Yeah.
So it's not that terrible of a, like, it's not that hard of a checklist, to be honest.
It just makes it so you're not doing it like on your 4 curve, basically.
Yeah, that makes sense to me, right? Like it's a 4 cost that is meant to be played on your like 8 Dawn turn. That makes sense. I think it's a 3. Yeah, I think it's probably a good staple. So
nice. Next up is Aladine. Man, he's looking. Dude, I love Aladine.
Vascular.
I love Aladine. This feels like this is like Aladine agenda. This is way too.
This is glazing.
He's never looked this good.
This is glazing.
Aladine 4/5 1k counter Merfolk Fishman Island Sun Pirates. When this character is KO'd by an opponent's effect, you may discard 1 card from your hand and rest 1 of your Dawn. If you do play up to 1 character with the Fishman or Merfolk type with a cost of 6 or less from your hand. So this is one way we can use Jinbe's Unrested Dawn outside of events is for paying for this effect. And it just insulates your board as long as you have another one in hand.
Cool. I like it. I mean, like, I like the way that it's like it's playing up too. So it's like you better not KO me.
Don't
right?
do
like,
that. Yeah. And
Yeah,
you know, with the Unresting from Jinbe, you can make it active. So the only way they could interact with it is by card effects. That being said, it costs 2 cards because you have to discard a card and then you play the card from your hand.
Yeah, and you have to have a Rested Dawn up on your turn.
But you'll always have Rested Dawn up unless you play it
because of Jinbe. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. I like this. I like how anytime fishmen come out as like an archetype, they have something wacky they're doing, right?
Yeah, I think they have a couple of these effects where they kind of like if they die, you play another one. I think it's the other Aladine actually. Yeah. I think the other Aladine does this where like it blocks and then it dies. You can play 1.
Pretty cool.
It's like a 2.5 for me.
I think it's a 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 for sure.
After that is Ishilly, a Merfolk Fishman Island 2 cost 0 power princess with 1 counter. Actually, she's not a princess. She's just a big girl. She's a big mermaid girl. On opponent's attack once per turn, you may rest 1 Dawn card and this character. Up to 1 of your leaders or characters gives 1,000 power for the turn. Let's give her 1 for 1k for the turn.
Oh, on opponent's attack. On opponent's attack. I was like, wait.
You're like, huh?
Okay.
Where's the value?
Yeah. Where's the value? Hello? I get. Okay. Well, I guess because you always have 1 Dawn up is the idea, right? So then you can you can just convert something into a 1k, a 1 Dawn into a 1k.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's fine.
I think it's like a 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, I feel like there's a trap card. Our first Sea King, Scales.
Scales.
Oh, sorry, Scalaz.
No, just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Scalaz is a 6 cost 8k power character, 1k counter. You can cheat it off Shirahoshi when you have 6 or more Dawn. As I gotta keep it fair, it's a 1.
It's a 1.
But we can cheat this one out.
Sure. Sure, man.
Next up, Google Eyes, a 4/6. If your leader is Shirahoshi, this character can attack a character turns played.
Okay. Comes down, starts swinging.
Yeah, you can cheat it on 2nd turn.
It really is just doing Rebecca stuff. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
No, 1.5. It's locked. It's like the Shirahoshi Leader.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I might as well change this into a vanilla, right? Like, because in a vacuum, it's a vanilla. So 1.5. Yeah.
Lord of the Coast, dude. This arc goes so hard.
Super cool, dude.
Little mountain man.
Oh, is that? Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's when Luffy's about to get absolutely.
This is where One Piece ends, dude.
Yeah. 4/5, 1k counter on play. Oh, Sea King, obviously, and he's blue. On play, up to 1 of your opponent's arrested characters will not become active during your opponent's next refresh phase. Trigger, KO up to 1 of your opponent's arrested characters, costs 3 or less. Here's the first good one.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it gets start doing some cool green shenanigans, and then like with Shirahoshi, it makes sense. Like you're gonna start creating space for yourself, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. 2.5 just because of the typing. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 otherwise.
Yeah.
I think the typing is just so irrelevant for everything. Even East Blue decks are gonna run this card, you know?
Yeah. Okay, that's 1 of your opponent's arrested characters with the cost of 3 or less. Wow. I don't know. Like it's kind of cool. 2.5. Like that trigger is pretty neat.
Yeah, if the trigger was any 3 cost, not just rested, I think I'd give it a 3. But yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it's the green shenanigans, of course, right? So,
Charolette Praline. I never remembered what her name is actually. But I like her.
Forgot.
She's a homie.
Yeah, I forgot. She's actually just a big mom part. I'm just kidding. Wait,
no, she betrayed them.
No,
she went with she's Aladdin's wife.
Oh yeah. So she doesn't get the big mom trading, but like. you said she was a homie. I'm like, no.
Well, she's not a homie. I mean, like she's a homie with a Y, not a homie IE. You know? I think that's what it's called. Yeah. She's the one that gets all the transponder snails to come to her, so they don't know they can't track them in the waters. 3/4 1k counter. Merfolk Fishman Island Sub Pirates blocker. On play, rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with cost 1 or lower. Nah. Especially just seeing the Borsalino in red.
Sure.
We'll give it a 2.
I'll give it a 1.5. What? I mean, like, what do you do that? What do you do? Like, you play this in Perona, maybe? I don't know. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's an upstatted blocker, so like, it's a little bit better than a 1 to me. you know?
It's an upside blocker that kind of has a middling effect, and that's kind of why I'm like, if I'm gonna pay this much for a blocker,
yeah, you know what? 1.5.
Kind of what I mean.
You're right. 1.5.
Yeah.
Shirahoshi back again is our one drop rest searcher for the set.
Yeah.
So it's a 1-drop rester, 0 power princess. Activate once per turn, rest the dawn, rest this character. Top 5 for a Sea King or Fishman Island type card. Add it to your hand, then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order.
Cool.
Yep, standard little 3.
Yep. Standard 3.
Easy. I mean, art's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't like that she's crying.
I mean, she's always crying though, right? Like,
I don't know what it is.
her.
Just like the paint strokes on this or whatever this was done with is just like really cool. Like the texturing of like
it's nice.
the art was done.
Yeah. This is one card that I know for a fact will one day get like an SP searcher or like a regional like card
or like a tournament pack winner card.
Exactly. It's gonna get one. I don't know.
Jinbe,
Wow.
dude, this art goes so hard, dude. 6/8 Fishman Island, Sun Pirates. On to play, if your leader has the Fishman or Merfolk type, rest up to one of your opponent's characters cost 5 or less. Activate main once per turn. Up to one of your Fishman or Merfolk characters can attack characters the same turn they are played.
That's cool. That activate main like lets you just wow.
Yeah, and it can target itself.
Yeah.
So it essentially is a 6/8 create a target Surume.
Yeah. Okay, this is what you were flagging before. This is cool.
Yeah, and then this can give the Arlong
Yeah.
Suda Rush as well.
Wow.
Yep, there's an alt art obviously as well, some little Fishman karate.
We almost got a Jinbe upskirt shot here.
Yeah, the angle's kind of.
I like it. I like it.
The regular art actually just goes so hard though.
This is cool. This is neat. This makes that leader pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I give it a 3, but it plays like a 4.
Yeah.
It's just locked is the problem.
Yeah. I mean, it is just kind of like it's that leader's card, right? So.
Yeah. We can play it in Arlong.
Yeah, true.
You can play it in Hody Jones.
Hody Jones. Yeah. This is sick. I think it's a 3.
Surume. 5/6 animals, Fishman Island. Not a Sea King. Don't get it twisted. But it is a 2K counter vanilla.
Cool. I wish this had an effect. Surume, I think they deal with like they spend enough time with Surume to like give it an effect. I think, like giving it like taunt or something, right? Like he's sucking them all in or something. Like, that would be cool.
Or give it blocker, right? Because isn't he guarding the entrance?
That too.
Or, like,
I mean, I guess the
entrance?
2K is the blocker, right? Like that. I guess, but I don't know.
Give it a 2.
Yeah, 2.
It's animal type, so it's kind of relevant.
Cool. I mean,
Yeah.
Chopper talks to it, right? Is that what it's animal?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is. You're right. Yes. Because he can't talk to the Sea King.
It's kind of funny.
Next up, Birdie.
6/7
Sea King, 2K counter.
This is a gross one to look at. Yeah, we're done here. 1. Oh, just.
Do you think it's
kidding,
do you think that scales? Do you think that scales, or do you think that's actually like fluff?
It would.
Do you think it's damp, wet fluff, or do you think it's?
I think it would be so much worse if it was like, you know, how sea mollusks have like little tiny fibers, like underneath.
Yeah.
Like I think it would be so much worse if it was that, whatever that is. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? But also, if it was fluff, because it'd be underwater and damp, it'd be heavier, so just show how strong it is.
That's kind of cool. That's a neat thought. Might be feathers though if it's bird, right? So it's like, yeah.
So 2.
Yeah, 2.
We got Hatchan. Fishman Island, former Arlong Pirates, 4/5 1 get counter. Activate main, you may rest this character. If your leader has the trait Fishman or Merfolk, up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less cannot be put into rest until the end of your opponent's turn. We got Paralyze, brother. Paralyze is back, as coined in our EBO2 green guide. So activate main, rest this character, and Paralyze at 3 or less. Can't attack, can't block, can't be rested for cost.
I think of relevant 3s. Right now, that one. I guess like Zoro. No. Well, yeah.
Rush Zoro.
A
bunch of blockers. Rest searchers. Tashigi.
Hina.
Yep.
Hina, that's a good one.
Yep.
Okay. Well, all right. All right, Hatchan. All right.
I think I'm happy to have like just like a couple copies just in case.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, Hatchan. Hey, that's cool.
And it attacks, so you can either attack with it or you can use it's like it's an alt mode, you know.
Yeah.
And you can set it as active with the Jinbe, so they can't attack into it.
End of turn. Okay, that's okay. All right. But it doesn't.
2.5.
It's. I think it's 2.5. Yeah. Because resting the character, you have to kind of choose whether you want to do one or the other. So that's fine.
It's a cool tool piece, though.
Yeah.
After that, the GOAT. Man, we need this leader so bad. Fisher Tiger, 6/7 1K counter. Fishman Island, Sun Pirates.
Yep.
When this character is KO'd by an opponent's effect, you may rest one of your Dawn cards. So same to the Aladine. If you do, play up to one character card with the Fishman or Merfolk type, but this one costs 4 or less. It doesn't require any discarding. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters.
So we could okay, wait, hold on. That Arlong
Just props down instead of propping up.
But the Arlong could be played off of this.
Yep.
Yes. The Arlong doesn't have rush, right?
No, it doesn't. But you can give it pseudo rush with the Jinbe.
These cards kind of feel like pretty easy to order of operations around. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's kind of telegraphed.
Yeah, I'm not going to KO this thing until if I'm gonna have to rest like 5 Dawn for it, right? But then there might.
If I could speak on flavor, it does make it feel the most like a crew. Like it's like a group of people working together, compared to like a lot of other One Piece decks where it feels like it's here, we're playing the Straw Hat deck, but it's like they're not playing off each other. They're just individual. Yeah, like this feels like we are a unit of people that have special skills, and we bring those skills together.
Kind of neat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, really quick. Does Arlong have the rush without Jinbe? No, it doesn't. Jinbe gives it the character.
No, it doesn't. It just has the discount ability.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how we can utilize that on play. I mean, we have Jinbe. Activate main gives things character rush. Is that correct?
Yeah, so it's activate main once per turn. Up to one of your Fishman or Merfolk characters can attack characters the same turn they are playing.
Okay, cool. So I mean, like, this is contingent on you having a pre-played Jinbe out. You can play Fisher Tiger or something, and then like you can swing Arlong on that turn. So kind of devastating 8 turn to 10 Dawn turn to play. That's kind of cool. Sorry, I'm just thinking about combos.
I think. Well, I mean, most of the time your opponent's gonna KO it on their turn, also if it's a card effect. But I think the one thing here is that it's a straw sword.
Yes, that's what.
There's no cost limit to the rest.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, because I was thinking of like what are on play, like, so like when you play this, what can you do with it in that same turn? Like, what are you resting?
You can rest a really big Katakuri blocker
that
we haven't seen.
Yeah,
yet.
That's pretty good actually. That sounds good.
2.5.
Oh man, I don't know. I might.
You live your world.
Yeah.
You live your.
You know what? It is a 2.5, but I think it feels like a 3.5 or something. I feel like it's a tier above 2.5.
Plays like a 3.5.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, Madara Uchiha.
Yeah. What's he doing here?
Yeah, I don't know. Why does he look so?
Hey,
innocent?
that scale's terrifying.
Yeah. See the whale, brother?
Hey, that's f***ed up. Like.
4/5 1K counter. Sea King. On play, if your leader is Shirahoshi, look at top 5 cards of your deck and reveal a Sea King or Shirahoshi and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order.
Okay.
So we got a propagator that can attack.
That's neat.
Ebby cheated in.
Yeah. This is a Jinbe for green. The first share.
That's a loose interpretation of what I assume you're talking about is OP11 banned.
Correct.
Jinbe.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very, very loose. Very loose.
Brother, if that interpretation is any
Just
looser,
kidding.
it'd be downtown LA at 11 p.m. at night on the street
My
corner.
God. Wait, it's just a searcher. Wait, hold on. I lied. Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
This is just a searcher. My bad. Sorry.
I said it can be cheated, not it cheats.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought happened. Never mind. No, dude. Okay, fine. It's fine. It's a searcher. Okay.
Yeah. Two, because it's leader locked.
Yeah.
But it's gonna play like a 3.
It's gonna play like a 3 because you just like on first turn. This is a 1-cost searcher, right? So it's kind of cool.
You will only see it in one deck, and it will do its thing in that one deck. I love this manga panel. Ancient Weapon Poseidon. 1-cost main event. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Reveal up to one character with Sea King or Fishman Island and add it to your hand. Then place the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Trigger, draw a card.
Okay, searcher event.
Yeah, basic searcher. So just 4 because it searches 2 types.
2.
2. Yeah, the event searcher is just kind of the guy be doing more or getting 2 cards these days, you know. Gum Elephant Gattling, a 1-cost dual modal event. Fishman Island, Supernova, and Straw Hat. I didn't know it was Supernova. Wait, that's actually huge. That's huge.
Wait, why is it super? Oh,
it's green
because,
supernova.
Okay, got it.
Because it's Luffy right after, yeah.
Right.
I mean, they're very loose about when they do and do not put supernova as the thing in this game. So, but I'm down for it. Anymore, always take supernova. Main. So the main ability, you rest an extra 1 Dawn, and you rest a 5 cost or less. Or for counter, just the 1 cost you pay to play the card. Up to 1 of your leaders is 3k power during this battle. Not characters though, so it's not a full guard point. It's only leaders.
This seems very useful. Yeah,
I'm super down for this
seems
card.
very good, to be honest.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3. Like, cause I can.
I think the typo pushes it over, right?
The typo pushes it. Yeah, the typo pushes it over, but also the green 2 rest of 5, and then you could play carrot. Like, there's a lot of things that just lock that 5. This is a good combo piece, I think, for green.
Yeah, I mean, like the first part, right? Our comparison is Straw Sword, where it's like when you pay 2 and rest anything. And then on the back half, it's like, okay, there's a bunch of 1 cost 4Ks in the game, like in green we have Tricillion. But I think between the modal and the subtypes that can like interact with it, like you don't have to play a Straw Hat deck, you can play Supernova deck, you can play a Straw Hat deck, or you can play a Fishman related deck. Yeah, I think it just makes it super versatile.
I think it's cool. Yeah, cause on the back half it's a guard point, so that's cool. I think you know what?
Just for leader though, just for leader.
Yeah. I think it's a 3. I think it's 3. I feel like also my heart wants to give it 3.5. I don't know.
And finally for our green cards today, Vagabond Drill. A 1-cost counter event with Fishman, Fishman Island, and some Pirates type. Counter up to 1 of your leaders or characters with a Fishman or Merfolk type, and it gains 3,000 power during this battle. Then rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters who cost 3 or less. Trigger, rest of 4 or less.
Okay. It just brings me back to that one question, right? What are we resting for 3? I guess everything in 0 is also a 3.
Yeah, I think that this back half is just kind of like free. It's like a free piece, like to remove chump blockers. I feel like this card is really just a 1-drop 3k counter for the Jinbe deck, period. And then everything else is just a little bit of icing your opponent has to watch out for. Could help you get also, like, aside from just removing a chump blocker, like let's say there's a 1/2 searcher they weren't gonna attack with, and get it rested to help get the Arlong count up.
Yeah.
Because the faster, let's say you're on 4, right? Your opponent goes first, they're on 3 Dawn, you have 1 up, they have a searcher, a leader, and 3. They tap out 3 to play something, they attack with their leader, now they're at 4. And then if you rest a 1-drop searcher using this with counter because your leader untapped it, then they're at 5. But you countered out, so then your leader's not at 3.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's like a 1.5, but it plays like a 2.5 in the Jinbe deck, probably.
I think it's like a 1.5, and that's a Wadamatsu, right? Is his name?
It's Wadamatsu getting absolutely decked.
Very fun. Okay, well.
And that is it for all of our green cards here in OP11. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below or in the Discord. And of course, thanks to our members who are watching this early, 2 weeks early if you're watching this public right now. All of our other color guides are up right now for our members. You can check them out, support the channel, get all content early, as well as other fun perks like emotes. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.